Hi, I'm Mrs. Sullivan, and today we're going to be moving on to a deeper understanding of inscribed and central angles of a circle. So we're going to start by going back to review the characteristics of an inscribed angle. So inscribed angle have a vertex that is on the circle. So in this particular example I have the vertex here, here's the vertex, S, is sitting on the circle. V-E-R-T-E-X. Okay, it creates an angle that is half as big as the arc. Here's the arc. From P to R is half as big as the angle. So if the angle in this example is 30, I have the little angle, okay? I have the little angle. I'm going to be coloring my little angles or highlighting them yellow. I want to get to the big arc that is going to be blue, okay? I'm going to multiply by 2. I'm getting to the big arc that is blue. I'm going to multiply by 2, so 30 times 2. I'm going to be able to know that this arc is 60 degrees. Okay, let's take a look at another one over here. I have a inscribed angle where the vertex L is on the circle and it's creating an arc, okay? The angle is little, it's sitting back behind. I'm coloring my little things yellow because I'm going to be coloring my big things blue, okay? If this is big, if I want to get the little, I'm going to have to divide by 2. So 36 divided by 2 is going to give me 18. Okay, so this angle K to L to H has a measure of 18 degrees. And if we can't write it inside, we oftentimes make a little squiggly line. Okay, so the relationship between them is 2. If I have the arc, I'm going to divide. If I have the angle, I'm going to multiply. All right, so today's lesson is about shared arcs. So what do I mean by a shared arc? The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw angle ABC. So I'm at A, I'm going to go to B, and I'm going to come out at C. That has created this arc from A to C. Okay, now I'm going to use those same endpoints of A and C, and I'm going to make another angle, A to D to C. Because they have the same arc, they have to have the same measure. So if this one is 80, this one down here also has to be an 80. Okay, and if we're going to go ahead and complete this, if I'm going from the little yellow to the big blue, I'm going to multiply by 2. So 80 times 2, this is going to be 160 degrees. If I'm going from the little yellow to the big blue, I'm going to multiply by 2. Okay, big yellow to little blue, multiply by 2. All right, now let's look at a combination of an inscribed angle and a central angle that have a shared arc. Okay, so this is very similar. I'm going to do the inscribed angle first because that's what we've been talking about first. I'm coloring it yellow because it's going to be little. Okay, so there's my inscribed angle. Then I'm using the same points, but now I'm coming to the center. I'm coming to the center and I'm coloring it blue because it's going to be bigger than the yellow. And I'm coloring the arc blue because it's going to be equal to the big. So here's my color coding for today. Blue equals blue, yellow is little, blue is big. Okay, so what numbers are we dealing with? Angle LKJ, L to K to J is 60. So if the central angle is 60, the arc is also 60. Now I want to go back to the little. I'm going to divide by 2. So what is 60 divided by 2? And the answer here is 30. So that angle right there is 30 degrees. Yellow is little, blue is big, okay? Blue of the central equals the blue of the arc. All right, let's take a couple examples to see what these look like in a little more detail. So I have circle E, because the circles are named by their centers, with angle DEF. DEF, okay. D to E, because it's coming to the center of the circle, this is a central angle. I'm coloring it blue because it's going to be big. I'm coloring the arc that it makes blue because it's going to be equal. Then the question is, find D, J, G, F. Well, D to G to F, I'm coloring it yellow because it's going to be little. So let's put the numbers here. D to E to F is a 70, which means the arc is also 70. If I want to go back to the little, I'm going to divide by 2. So 70 divided by 2, my answer to this question is 35 degrees. Okay, let's do another one. Circle P with NPQ. Okay, I know already that this is a central angle because it has the letter P in the middle. I'm going to pick up my blue pencil. I'm going to color it blue because it's going to be big. I'm also coloring the arc that it's making blue because they're going to be equal to each other. Now I'm going to highlight in yellow the little. N to R to Q is going to be little. It's going to be yellow. Okay, where are the numbers? 54 is the angle in the middle, which means the arc is also 54. If I'm going to go backwards, I'm going to divide by 2. So 54 divided by 2 is going to be 27 degrees. All right. The challenge with this is to just visually see where your angles are. Okay, so I'm going to start with circle H with angle GKJ. Well, this is not going to be a central angle because it does not have the letter H in the middle. So I know that it's going to be an inscribed angle, so I'm picking up my highlighter. G backwards to K, back to J. I'm highlighting it yellow. I know it's going to be little. So that means that GHJ, G to H to J is going to be a central angle, and that's going to have an arc that's equal to it. All right, what numbers are we working with? This little angle is 24. If I have the little and I'm going towards the big, remember blue is big, I'm going to have to take 24 and multiply it by 2. That's going to give me 48 degrees. So this arc is 48, which means that this angle also has to be 48. Okay, next example. It says encircle S with angle RUT as 22. Well, I don't see the S in the middle of this angle, so this is not going to be a central angle. So I grab my highlighter. I'm going from R to U to T. R to U to T. It's little, okay? That means that R to S to T is going to be a central angle. So it's going to be the bigger one, it's going to be blue. And the arc that they're sharing is also going to be blue. Okay, the number that they've given us for right here is 22 degrees. Okay, I have the little and I'm going towards the big. I have the yellow and I'm going towards the big blue. So I'm going to take 22 and I'm going to multiply by 2. We can now say that this arc is 44 degrees and the central angle, that's the same color blue, is also 44 degrees. Okay, 2 more examples for you to follow along with. In circle J with angle HLK, well, it's not going to be a central angle because J is not in the middle. So I'm picking up my highlighter. HLK is yellow. It's going to be the little one, which means that HJK is going to be the big one, so I'm coloring it blue. And I'm coloring the arc blue as well. Okay, what's the number? The number for the little yellow is 18. I'm going to take that little, I'm going to move forward to the big, which means I'm going to take 18 times 2, and I'm going to get 36 degrees. So the arc is 36, and the central angle is also 36. Okay, last one. I picked this one because it looks visually difficult. So let's see what they're giving us. In circle T with angle SVU, okay, so it's not a central angle because the T is not in the middle. I'm picking up my highlighter. S to V, kind of here on the edge, they're both on the edge, to U is little, it's yellow, which means that STU, S to T to U, is going to be the big one. I'm coloring it blue, big or blue. And where are the numbers that they've given us? So they have given us, right here is 41 degrees. I'm taking that little yellow angle, I'm going towards the big blue arc. I'm going to take 41 and multiply by 2. My answer is 82 degrees. So the arc is blue at 82 and the angle is blue at 82. All right.